No,
I don't want to.
it's not worth it.
I don't want to do any indulgence.
Not worth it anymore.
No. No. Well, we had a interesting conversation yesterday.
Yeah, I threw my 5 cents in here there.
Well, it's something because when I raise subjects like this, it's almost like these are the subjects that people don't want to talk about.
Well, I'll talk about anything. So
No, well, yeah. I mean, I get that. See if I can.
no, dinner time on Monday night, I got a text that I was mandated for day shift, so that's why I was typing away.
No. I mean, it's fine. I just
It's funny you said I'm talking more on the texting than I was on the radio.
Oh no, that was just a joke.
No, I know. It had to be because half the time I can't shut up. So
you know, it's funny. You've changed so much.
Yeah,
being on the air. When you first got here, everything was some sort of sexual innuendo.
Yeah, well,
you remember?
Yeah.
And then I went, wait, hold on. Expand your horizons, good man.
I'll try.
So it was pretty funny. But I told you a while ago. How long have you been coming in here now? Has it been a year?
At least. Yeah, at least.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Wow. It's even Paul Lash has been here 5 or 6.
Really? That's longer than I've been in Jewett City. So,
but Paul, he's been here for quite some time. So, but anyway, like yesterday's conversation, it was it's one of those subjects where I think people are afraid to broach it.
Yeah, they worry about the SS walking up the street and getting them or something. Or,
I don't know. I don't know, but I just think they're important subjects.
Yeah,
that need to be talked about and brought to maybe a little more of the forefront. You know, no, it's not something that's going to change your life inside your house,
right?
But
some people
could.
Some people, yeah.
But these are things that I really think that need to be talked about that are not, and that's just my opinion. That's and one of the reasons why we do this forum like this is to get opinions and thoughts and from other people in our communities.
Yeah, I think what you said a minute ago, a lot of people do think it's not going to affect me, so what do I care?
Right.
And until it affects them, they really don't care. And then all of a sudden they're like, wait a minute, why didn't I have anything to say about this? Yeah,
it's not going to affect them until it affects them.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're banging on the door saying, hey. And then they're like, wait, I didn't have any say in this. Well, you did a long time ago. And
Right. Like I was talking to a business owner last night, and who I'm not going to mention who this person is.
Mm-hmm.
It was my first time meeting this person.
Well,
and we had a nice conversation. And I'm going to be visiting their business probably today or tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
But and I told him that last night, but this person came right out and said, where do I find this information? No, we're talking about a business owner here in town where and honestly, I looked at this person and I said, look, I don't blame you, for not knowing. And there were a few other people there and they said, no, we don't blame you for not knowing.
It's a new business.
I'm not going to say.
No, I was wondering.
New world doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
But,
I just don't know in general if it was new or an older business.
Well, I don't want to say
I might
either
throw
way.
them away. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but then again, I don't want to throw the town under the bus either, because they do some things, but the problem is I feel they don't do the right things when it comes to communication.
Yeah, it's almost, I think honestly they need to find a communications officer or whatever you want to call it.
Social media
part-time
person.
Communications person, social media, which I would assume falls under communication, but to get that information out there, it doesn't have to be a full-time job. It could be a part-time.
Well,
I mean in this town, who knows? You start part-time and work their way up or whatever.
But social media can be a very, very,
Yeah.
because you don't want to. I mean, if you're just going to sit there and post text, well, no one's going to care.
No.
You got to do
Pictures
eye-grabbing things and get people's attention, or at least try.
Like Kathy does for the RTC. She makes it all eye-catching, and I sit there and I'm like, I don't know what you're doing, but yeah.
You can't make it blink, 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 because then you may have somebody with.
Yeah.
Well, you could have somebody with epilepsy.
Yeah.
On the other end, and that could be a problem.
Yeah, but I think some kind of, you're right, better communication in the town needs to take place. We've been saying it for a long time. And not just this administration, prior ones. Oh, it's everybody.
But how do you do it?
Well, I think that's the problem, is there's no education on how to do it, so they don't really understand how to do it.
No, there is.
No, I mean, they're not taking it. That's what I mean.
Right.
They're not handing it out there. It's not being passed on. They're not taking advantage of the available communication.
So, as much as we know of social media in the last, say, 15 years and what it is and what you can do with it, us as residents, consumers, whatever you want to call us, we know, but most towns, they don't. And you gotta, and look at how many older people are in it. They don't know.
Right.
They don't spend any time on it because why? They never had to. And a lot of parents, are on social media or got hooked on social media. Why? Because their kids were.
Right.
So they, so
kind of sucked them in.
Exactly.
Like a wormhole. But I think what was mentioned yesterday is very honest too. It can't just be social media. There's people that could care less about social media. There's people that don't have I don't want to say they don't have the opportunity or the availability, but they don't know they do. So I think it's got to be multiple forms of communication, because there's some elderly people that could care less about social media, and there's some that are walking around on it 24/7.
True.
But
true. Very true.
There's people our age that could care less about social media.
Very true.
So I think there's got to be different forms there's the signs out, like for the 9/11 ceremony on Sunday. I had the schools putting it on their sign. The firehouse is putting it on their signs. All kinds of stuff. So it's got to be more than just one type of communication.
Right. So let me ask you this: how does it get done?
Which part? You mean, like, how do you all the way around?
Yeah.
I think someone's got to take first the steps to do it. I think they need to understand that people want it, and I think a lot of people the jobs they're in, they're too busy, I think, to do it. So you need to have. I think one of the great things, like I mentioned earlier, the town could look into having some kind of communications position where they work on that, or designate one of the secretaries, or I don't know what you would do, but that's my first idea without delving deep into the thought. But
I think I believe there are things that towns need to do, and this is not just Griswold.
No, it's everywhere. Yeah.
Right. So Plainfield is fortunate that they have a couple of people, June and Art Gagne, that come in. They don't live stream, but they record all of the meetings and then they post them up on YouTube.
You mean the video?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
So I say we have the audio, but
you have the
it's not very good
on a little digital recorder.
It's not very good. So
that basically sits next to Lisa Wood, and you hear her paper shuffling, but you can't hear anybody on the Board of Selectmen. So the recorder really should be in the middle of the table, but Lisa puts her right in front of herself.
Yeah, because I know for health and safety and stuff, we put her right in the middle of the table.
I'm talking about the Board of Selectmen.
Okay.
If you want to get audio from the Board of Selectmen, it sounds terrible. It just sounds terrible. So yesterday we were kind of climbing on the town, and saying, well, you should be able to do this, and that. Today, you also have to put it on the backs of the resident.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have an organization, corporation, mansion, whatever. Okay. And you have, let's call the town that.
Sure.
And they put information out there on social media. So they put information out, right? So whose responsibility is it at this point? This Rich's personal phone
Yeah,
call
it's
brought
work.
to you by.
It's work. I'll call him back.
Oh. Uh-oh. Do you need to call him?
I'll call him back later.
All right. So they put stuff out there. Let's say they put something out there on a Facebook page. Their, the town's Facebook page or or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the town's fault that somebody didn't see it? Or is it the residents' fault that they didn't see it?
The residents, 100%.
Okay. So here's what I would say to residents that sit and say, I didn't know that happened, or I didn't know there was a vote, or I didn't know it was going to be dark tonight.
Well, I think part of the problem, and I've always said this.
Well, let me.
Oh, you're not done?
Let me
Okay.
just finish that.
I thought you were done. Okay.
No, you kidding me? I'm never done. So you have all those things, but if you need milk because you want to have your cereal in the morning, or you want to put some in your mashed potatoes at night, before, while you're cooking them to make them a little more creamy. What do? You're out of milk. What do you do?
Tell Kathy I need milk.
No.
No.
What do?
She told me to go pants in, but
you go to the store.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, you know where the milk is.
Yeah.
Right. You walk into the store, like most grocery stores, it's all the way in the back. So it makes you walk in front of everything, see what else you want to buy. But you know where the milk is. You go get the milk.
Yeah. The little. Yeah.
It's the same thing with the information. You got to know where to get it. If you don't know where to get it, Aldi's is not delivering milk to your house.
Right.
And if you think about it, it sounds silly, but it's really kind of pretty close.
Yeah.
Of an analogy.
No, it's 100% true. I think today's society has grown so much into, if I want, this is what I was going to say a minute ago. I want my news. Well, I'm going to go to Facebook. I'm going to go to Griswold Now. All my news is going to be right there. And the fact of the matter is it's not. That is not
True.
News. The people put on there what they are interested in, not what the actual facts are or stuff like that. So you need to go to the source. Where do you go if you want to find out what's happening with the town government? Probably the town government.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. I mean, how many times have I said ad nauseum now?
Yeah.
People sit there and they scroll and they scroll and they scroll and they scroll until pretty much they're in bed and and they wake up and their phone's underneath them with spit coming out.
Wondering why the phone's dead. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my God, it's not charged for the next day, so I can continue to scroll and scroll and scroll.
Uh-huh.
The problem is that people don't go on social media or the web to where they need their information. Now, I'm not saying, the town is, or any town or any organization is completely 100% in the right here. But if they're putting it out there and people just don't go get it,
right?
You want that damn gallon of milk for your cereal, you go to the store, you know where it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's as simple as that. It's really...
Same thing with information. If you don't get there, if you don't go there, all right, let's say if I go to the town's website and it's not there, or I go to the town's Facebook page and it's not there, what I'm looking for, then go ahead and say, hey, what's going on? Does anybody know? Right? But just don't go into a social media page and go, is this happening tonight? Friends, there's this neat little tool. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Google.
That too, yeah.
Or DuckDuckGo. That you can look things up. Because when you go to social media and you're asking about it, you're relying on somebody else to give you the right answer. And you're getting an answer whether it's right or it's wrong.
Right.
It's like, what's 7 + 2? Tuesday. Okay.
Well, also,
somebody told me it was Tuesday. So
there's the really old thing called the telephone. You can ding, 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 and call someone.
That's right. That's called making a call.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It tends to work. It doesn't always work, but
I can't make a call. I have social anxiety.
Yeah.
Is the dump open this weekend?
Yeah. Well, perfect example. Someone last week, I think, put on there, is there anything happened for 9/11? I put it on there 5 times on Instagram, Facebook. I had the schools, I'll put it, everything. No, I don't blame them 100% because algorithms, obviously, they take effect and stuff.
Right, but see, you might personally, this is another big boo-boo that organizations, utilize or they make. The person that's doing the social media, they may like Instagram. That may be their favorite one. So what happens? Most of their attention goes to Instagram. And then it's like, what do you mean you didn't know? I put it all over Instagram. Yeah. Or you get people to go, they put it all, they put it in Grizzled Now. What do you mean you didn't know about it? I put it in Grizzled Now. The all-knowing, all-seeing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we put it Instagram, Facebook, multiple pages on Facebook. We didn't just choose one or two. It was all over, almost probably every single one of them. Town should have been on the town's website. I don't know if it was. I didn't really look.
I'm not saying it is or it isn't.
No, I'm just saying that's all. It was multiple mediums of different types of communication. Right. So we even had it delivered on paper to the kids at the school.
So yeah, right. I mean, so you're hitting all different areas, which you kind of have to do. Yeah. Word of mouth is still always and will be the best form of any kind of information transfer, right? Yeah. So, like if you go to one spot, let's say you're posting stuff and you put it on Instagram. This is going back to what I was saying earlier. Well, your neighbor may like TikTok. Your other neighbor may like LinkedIn, and on and on and on. You have to hit them all. Yeah. You have to have a presence on all of them. Why? Okay. How many? There was and is maybe the Norwich Bulletin. Yeah. But how many other newspapers do people buy or did buy?
There were others, but I don't know how many.
The New York Times. Yeah. The Daily News, Boston Herald, Boston Globe. I knew people that would buy like 6, 7 papers. Wow. And they would go somewhere.
Actually read them all?
Yeah, or they would kind of peruse through them or whatever. Same thing with social media, man. Yeah.
There's many.
If it's not put in front of our face, then we are, myself included, very lackadaisical. When it comes to finding information.
I think today everything people believe it should be delivered to me. Yeah. That's the way society is now. It's right, wrong, or indifferent.
Right. Daryl says, after you weed through all the snarky remarks, you would have found the answer way faster by going to the source list or the source first. Yeah,
exactly.
I think that's what we're talking about. Right. DM Foley says, you make a valid point. Everyone knows every November we have some form of elections, yet people still say they didn't know as an excuse not to vote. Every spring, early summer is budget voting. How do people not know?
I think they know it's an excuse.
The flagship for Griswold High School sports.
I think they know, or they forget because family life takes over and it's not on top of their list, and they're like, "Oh, no one reminded me."
Why does somebody got to remind you to vote?
Well, it's because everybody should be taking care of them.
You know how many times I've joked on here by just saying, when it comes to getting news and information or the delivery of news and information. Hi, I'm Mike. I'm here to give you your daily news. Yeah. And then you read it off. Thanks. Go to the next door. Hi, I'm Mike. I'm here to give you your daily news. Thank you. Go again.
I wonder how much they pay you for that.
Pay me? You're kidding. You're kidding.
Just a thought.
We're supposed to get paid for that?
No, they want to volunteer. Give me a cup of coffee.
Oh. I remember one time we did a basketball game. And this was during COVID, and we were trying different forms of, to see if people would sponsor these broadcasts, whether or not they would or they wouldn't. we wanted to see if it was important enough for them to actually do so. Some people would, some people would not. Some people got downright asinine and snarky. They'll say, well, yeah, Facebook is free. Yeah, the broadcast isn't.
Right. Someone still has to do it.
So we're supposed to get paid for this stuff? God forbid.
Yeah.
God forbid that happen. So, plain and simple. I had a lot of calls this past weekend. Why didn't you broadcast the youth games? You always broadcast the youth games. Why didn't you do it? And all I said was, well, there were different reasons why, unfortunately. And I told people that if it was a possibility, we would have been there.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have a history of that.
Yeah.
I think we have a pretty good track record of that. And I didn't say anything else about it.
Mm-hmm.
The fact of the matter is, we didn't have any support. We just didn't have any support. So
yeah. Beep beep.
So I don't know, and I'm not just speaking about myself, but there are other businesses out there or entities that, I think people just think that your phone's going batty again.
Weather strikes.
Oh,
lightning strikes.
People just think that, oh yeah, well, they'll just show up with the camera. It's not cost them anything. Okay.
Yeah, they don't think about that aspect.
There is a cost.
Yeah.
There is a cost to every broadcast.
And I don't think people just I do think people just take it for granted. Everything.
Or they just don't know.
That's what I mean. They take it for granted that it's just there.
Right.
What do they know? Yeah.
You can show up with your iPhone and do it that way if
Yeah.
you want to. But we did. We got a lot of. Nobody really gave me any flack or anything.
Grief, yeah.
No, they didn't. They just wanted to know why.
Mm-hmm.
And the bottom line is we just didn't have a support.
Mm-hmm.
And am I crying about it? No. But don't tell me that you need to do this. Because I don't know many people that go to work and don't punch in. Right. They just go and go, I'm here for free today. 8 hours? Let's do 10. Good morning, Sarah.
I think a lot of people also don't think that, they just take it for granted you're doing it as 100% community service.
Yeah, but it's not just me. There's other people that do this as well.
It's a team. And
right.
It takes people's time.
I have commentators. You think they just show up and go, hey, Mike, you know what? Just keep me here as long as you want. I don't need anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
It takes away people's time.
We used to have a lot of volunteers, and we're very thankful for those volunteers. But they are, and like you volunteer when you come in here, and Paul volunteers. But when it comes time to do the games now, and other things, like, for example, you did a job with me last week. Did you volunteer?
No.
No, you got paid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Which I was glad to do.
Me too.
Yeah, but I mean, I really was.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't do it if we don't have any.
Well, if I have to go to my paying job, my full-time job, I got to go to my full-time job.
Exactly.
People don't think about that.
You're not going into your job saying, "Hey, Rich is here.
Yeah.
Where do I sit? Right here. Yeah. All right. Freebie today, guys."
No.
It doesn't happen.
No, they probably kick me out too.
So, but yeah, I'm not complaining. I know it sounds like I am complaining.
No, I don't. I think you got to be honest.
The fact of the matter.
You be honest, yeah.
But
I think after a while, people do take it for granted. I think a lot of times, I
don't know if it's so much they take it for granted or they don't understand.
Not that they're not appreciative. That's what I mean. They're
very appreciative.
Yeah, they don't understand that it's something that, one, it costs you money.
Mm-hmm.
Two, people volunteer, and it takes away time from their family, their friends, life, work, full-time job, maybe this or that.
What's the cost of doing business?
Right.
It's not just monetary. There's other things that
mm-hmm.
and I mean, I did for many, many years. I would say, okay, fine. I'll just do this. And I think that maybe some, different organizations just kind of expect it now.
That's what I mean. They expect it. Yeah.
And so, but I kind of turned that tide. Unfortunately, I had to, because
it's like the fire departments. They're all volunteer.
Yeah.
And the town was going to cut our volunteer stipend or what a
Mhm.
volunteer fund. And luckily Chief D'Amico stepped up and said, listen, these people do it for free. This money you're taking away, it's one dinner in a year. You're going to take that away from people to volunteer hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours.
Yeah.
And then be like, oh yeah, you're not worth your dinner.
Yeah.
That's not. And they didn't know what that money went to. They didn't understand. So we were like,
I don't even think you should pay taxes on that.
oh yeah, we pay taxes on that too. Yeah. But
so it's even less money.
Yeah. So there goes your parades. There goes everything because we do the parades. If not, it's going to cost the town thousands and thousands of dollars for 4 hours to have a state trooper.
You know what? All right. So speaking of that,
Yeah.
we did Hillfest, right?
Mhm.
We did Hillfest 2 years here, and we did it once in Plainfield. Do you know what stopped? Literally put the halt in that event.
The cost of the state troopers?
The cost of the troopers that you have to have.
Yeah. Not a choice. Yeah.
Just can't. I mean, that is your by far your highest cost.
Mhm.
You know, and I learned that by organizing a couple of these events.
Mhm.
Am I crying over spilled milk? No, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, you're looking at if you can get away with one trooper, $1,200
At least that's more now.
for
Obviously.
like 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
and that's just the way it's structured. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
it is what it is.
that's
Not
the
much
state.
you can do about it.
Yeah, it's not even the trooper that's
Right.
coming; it's the state that charges that. So it's
Kathy says it's a business. No one should expect anything for free, but they do. Jonah says you do a great job keeping us informed. Thanks, pal. Also, the pantry today, 10 to 11 and 3 to 4. Oh.
Yeah.
Also today is the mobile mat van.
Mhm.
Even though it's raining out, they'll still be here. They're here the second and fourth Tuesday of every single month, right? Is that what it is? Second Tuesday and fourth Tuesday. So this is the second Tuesday. So they will be in town from 10 to noon.
okay.
So that's today.
Yeah, they're almost here.
Usually they're downtown by the old
Behind?
UCFS
Yeah.
building. Yeah.
It says parking lot behind St. Mary's. Did they move?
They did go there originally, but they had to move to a different location.
Okay.
There's also a food distribution today at Grizzled High School, 4 p.m.
Oh. Okay.
So
Be a little wet.
might be.
Yeah. The food's gonna get soaked.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Your turkey.
Damn.
Yeah.
Or maybe those ham hocks.
Oh yeah.
So that's today at 4. So there are a lot of things going on today. Oh, Thursday. Sorry. Thursday.
It's Thursday.
The food distribution.
Oh, Kathy put it up there Thursday.
She did.
Yeah.
No, she said Thursday. I said today. And then she wrote in caps, Thursday. All right. You are correct. I am incorrect. Sarah says, imagine if you put a sign up like they do at the garage with the labor rate per hour. It would upset people, but it shouldn't because ain't no one clocking for free every day.
No.
And it's true. But people don't see. This is one of the things I like about doing this because we'll talk about things that people generally don't want to talk about.
Right.
They're like taboo subjects, and we're like, ooh, we're like afraid of them. But why?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, believe it or not, those people that work for towns, cities, states, and everything, they don't work for free.
No, sir. They do not.
No.
They do not work for free.
No. Just like everybody else don't go in and work for free.
I had a guy come in here. This is, and totally unannounced. And he says, I'd like to get a job. And I said, well, I'm not really hiring, but I'll give you an application if you'd like. I said, or you can upload one, I'll give you my email address. So I gave him options. So I said, so when I am looking for somebody, I'll have this, I can call you in. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay. Well, I gave you 2 options,
Yeah, well.
to submit information, but that's okay. And he looks over at one of the tables. Can I get one of them shirts? No. Well, I said, did you want to buy one? No. Well, I would like to know if you'd give me one. No. I'm sorry. I said we sell these, and you're a jerk. And he walked out the door.
Well then.
Yeah. So we wouldn't give him a shirt or hire him. I'm the jerk.
Wow.
And that's exactly how that went down.
I wonder why he doesn't have a job.
Then I even got a Facebook message one day asking me why I didn't give him a shirt. I just blocked him. Yeah, whatever.
Sounds like he's got other problems.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm curious why he doesn't have a job though. That's
I don't know. Anger issues? I don't know. Perhaps. I have people telling me all day that, oh yeah, when are you on? I didn't know you were on. Well, we're on 6 platforms a day. 6. Oh. Hi, I'm Mike. I'd like to give you some information today.
Weird.
That's what happens.
Well, I think people are just used to everything being instantly dropped in their lap. That's what do you do now when you want to shop? Oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
It's the way society is now.
Yeah.
If it's not delivered to you, it's everybody else's fault.
Sarah. New slogan, SNSN. Dressing Jewett City, 1 free shirt at a time.
Yeah, that's a good slogan. You should put it up there.
The dude was from Canterbury. I'm not kidding you. He was from Canterbury.
Well,
and I'm not so much. I wasn't insulted that he asked for a shirt.
no, but you pay for them.
No, I was, and I really wasn't insulted at. I was just like, it was a head shaker, head scratcher, and I was like, all right. I said no, and then he continued like, why? That was the problem. That was the thing, Hey, can I have a shirt? No, I'm sorry, but this is what I do with them. Okay.
Yeah,
No problem.
Simple answer.
End of story. Communication is
But
key.
I think it's like I was talking with you one day about you do so many things for free, and what do people expect from the? It's like some of my classes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, do one for free. What everybody expect from now on after that?
Right.
I'll just come in and keep doing it for. I had to finally say, listen, it costs me money. I can't keep doing everything for free. It's.
I mean, to be honest, when even though you, I don't think this is in your DNA. Personally,
What's that?
well, if you're going to put on classes for the town, you need to get paid for it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
whether it's for the fire department or what, you do enough.
Yeah,
when it comes to volunteering for the fire department, put your life on the line every single day when that whistle goes off. It's like I might not come back today.
Yeah. Someone asked me, I'm lawful. Why aren't you doing this class for free? What are you charging for? There's only so much you can do for free.
Right.
Volunteering, my cup is up out right here. It's starting to.
Yeah, it has runneth overeth. So, but no, I mean, when you told me the 2 that you did, it was like, what? No cost? What?
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, well, those 2 I did as a public service, but I wasn't going to keep doing every single.
Right. Well, the town should be paying you for those.
Yeah.
If they want to do that, if they want to sponsor that.
It doesn't. Right? Yeah, it won't be an extensive price, but
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's like, we have we actually we do the Griswold Youth football games from Griswold, the home games.
Yeah.
We were contracted by Griswold Youth football.
Huh.
They pay us.
Okay.
So we do the games and stuff like that.
Nice.
They wanted us, a couple of board members wanted us to do all 10. I wanted to do all 10. I would have loved to. Board shot it down. Don't ask me, but that's not my call.
Yeah.
But we I'm thankful to have the 5 games or the 5 dates that we do have. And then you have the town like Ellington.
What do they do?
Well, Grizzlies playing Ellington this weekend,
Okay.
and they won't let us come. They won't let us come. They said we don't want it streamed. I don't what? Yeah, we don't want it streamed. I've talked to the coaches. We don't want it streamed.
Do they have a reason, or it's just no, we don't want it?
We don't want it.
Didn't know if it's one of those weird. We don't want one of our kids can't be videotaped.
Ha! Look at that. Hey, Mike, come on in. Star of the day. You know what? It's at home.
Oh, that's all right. I'll come back.
Well, I don't want to keep putting you out.
That's all right. I got other stuff I can do.
You sure?
The thing I was supposed to do at noontime today was I was going to go down to the Stonington Gardens because Cousin's main lobster rolls was going to be there.
Yeah.
But Stonington Gardens is going to be Stonington Pond.
Yeah.
So I just got some running around to do. So I got to go pick up some dry cleaning, some other stuff like
Who
that.
does dry cleaning anymore?
So do you know?
Plainfield.
I go to the one in Norwich Town now. If you get off by the old court, it used to be exit 83.
Yeah.
Take the right towards Yantic.
Yeah. 883?
Well, it used to be
The old 83.
That's
old 83.
Baltic.
Sorry, 82.
Okay, all right.
So
all
get
right.
off 82,
Yep.
head towards Yantic River.
Yes.
As you go to Yantic River and you go up to the top of the hill, on the left there used to be CNC Bagel. Right on the left there used to
Okay.
be the Ganji floor covering. right
Okay,
there.
yeah.
Dr. Awa or whatever is right there too. Right in that.
Camaro Signs was down there too.
No, that's way up.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
That's way up. This is just past Electrical Wholesalers.
Okay.
Which is right there.
Now
on
I
the
know what
left.
you're talking about.
Next building over, there's a Chinese lady that opened a little spot. It's a little like tiny organic dry cleaning.
Nice.
She does like alterations. Like my buddy brought a dress shirt there. She took the whole dress shirt apart, restitched it because it was like this big and he needed
Wow.
it fitted.
Very nice.
So it's the only place I could find around. I used to go to D&D, but they closed.
We go to one in Plainfield
I didn't even.
by Big Y.
It came up at Dean's like 2 days ago. Somebody said,
There's really not that many anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are laundromats that that have an attendant that you can drop stuff off
Yeah.
and they'll send it out.
Yeah. It's become like every business.
Mhm.
It's just become like there's around like the cities, there's these huge corporations that are like national dry cleaning chains.
Yeah.
Because the regulations with the chemicals and stuff,
Oh.
you almost have to be like this huge company that just
Really?
and that's what happened. A lot of those big places bought up
Yeah.
all the little mom and pops. I think James's dry cleaner in Norwich still does it. He's got like 5 or 6 of them around.
There's Michael's in
Wow.
London too. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do a lot of commercial.
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably why they're still alive. Yeah.
What time are you done here?
10, but then I have a meeting
All right.
right after that.
You want to just call me and figure like around lunchtime?
That'd be perfect.
Just call me.
Noon.
Go and throw me a shout out on here.
Oh, Mike Mish, from Norcom Mortgage. You missed it. Look him up. Mish is easy. It's MISH. That's all you got to do. Gonna show your face. Gonna show your face.
You're not really on right now. Are
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
we are really on right now.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
been talking. Yeah, we've been doing information about dry cleaners.
So you got your shout out for free.
Well, there it is.
See,
All right.
Come on over, just kind of shove your face right
Yeah,
there.
right here.
Keep going. Keep going. There you go. Hey.
There I am. All right.
I'll see you.
Good.
I'll see you at
Enjoy.
noon.
All right.
That's it.
See you, Mike. Somebody asked a question, and I don't know
Got lost?
exactly.
Huh.
Marie asked a question. Do you need a signed permission slip? And I'm not sure in what context, Marie.
Oh, for the recording of the games?
Huh?
Recording of the games, probably what she's talking about. Like a signed disclosure.
Oh, no, actually, I believe all the families, they sign that disclosure,
Ahead of time.
when you join the league.
Yeah.
So because it could happen.
Yeah, I started doing that with all my classes.
Well, it's ridiculous because, to me, it's like, all right, if it's public property, you really can't stop me from doing it if I'm just going to go do it.
You would think.
Right?
Yeah, you would think.
Exactly. Because I don't know, the coach is going to run around and tell people, not turn your iPhones off, turn them off. You can't do this.
Yeah, you can see the kids. You're face to face almost.
Corey, thank you for this, by the way. She goes, we enjoy you streaming the GYF games for the family members that can't be there. I love that all of my son's games can be saved and watched at a later point. You are very much appreciated. And I appreciate you saying that. I really am. I really do appreciate that.
Nice.
And we love doing them.
Mm-hmm.
We absolutely love doing them. We've made it a thing, like every week, which one is the game of the day, the micros, juniors, or the seniors.
Oh, okay.
And it's just neat. Ryan Aubin just said, we're going to have you for Griswold Youth Basketball.
Well, perfect.
And he says, I appreciate it. Well, I appreciate it too. I mean, this is fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You get to know the kids. So here's the thing. And I'm going to, this is the reasoning I say that one of the big reasons why we do this. There are a lot of kids that go through the youth programs here in town, whether it's football, soccer. I don't know if they're doing soccer still.
I think they do, but I don't think it's as popular as it used to be.
Basketball. And there's tons of kids, right? And they start when they're young. Little League,
What, 6 years old or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they get older, and then they get older. What? She goes, also, we get a kick out of the Little League game. Sonny was a riot. Sonny stole the show. There's a kid named Sonny Botello, and he's a 7th grader. He just turned 13. You put a headset on this kid, boom, he's off like the Roadrunner. Oh, yeah, he's fun. Tons of energy. Yeah, I actually I was trying to get him to get into the broadcast booth for the very first youth game, and he wouldn't come in because he wasn't. He said, I don't know enough about football to actually. I said, no. I said, Sonny, we just want your personality. Yeah. That's what we want. So he's a riot. But these kids, we've started telling stories about these kids, about their journey through this sport. And what we're finding is that these kids are now in high school.
Yeah.
And they're moving on, they're going to graduate. So when you go from a youth program, hopefully we can retain those kids to stay at Griswold High School. Mm-hmm. And then their story will continue, that we have been telling. You know how many people, and it's not, believe me, anybody could be doing this. I mean, but I've been told, like, for college packet videos, or I guess
for the drafting or something.
No. To get into different colleges and
that's
stuff.
what I mean. If they're going, well, not drafting, but recruitment or.
Yeah, well, they put together
application.
Yeah. Right. They can put in videos.
Yep.
I know a lot of parents have told me that they've taken video off of our site.
Oh, cool.
Of their kid to put in their packets, and I'm like, that's awesome.
Wow. That's cool. Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's we're telling stories.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now we've been talking for the last few years. 4 years now, coming up with the Strain triplets. Right.
Mm-hmm.
We've been telling their story for a while.
Right.
Now you got kids, that's in the junior high that we're talking about. Right. Corey just mentioned Sonny.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're going to be telling his story right on through.
Right.
There's another kid. I mean, go ahead. You want to? I know you're chomping there.
No. I got thoughts going through my head. That's all.
Okay.
I'm just, in a way, you're recording history.
Huh?
You're recording history. The old way they used to do history books. Now you're recording video history. It's family history.
And I told the story, ad nauseum to a lot of people, but this is really what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's a kid in 7th grade right now. Oh my God, did I get it wrong? 7th, Kiki Boyce, or Kamani Boyce, right? But he's known as Kiki.
Wow.
This kid is, an athlete. What about the D'Amico twins? Coming up.
Yeah.
These are kids that we have been covering in multiple sports that people are going to be familiar with when they hit the high school level.
Right. And that's
not far.
Yeah.
Kids playing Little League and Junior League. Guess what? These are kids that are going to be playing, hopefully, for Griswold High School.
Yeah. And again, going back to the original, you're doing it for cheap.
We lose too many athletes
Mhm.
to other schools.
Yeah.
We need to keep them. Maybe this is part of, a reason why or how they will want to stay.
Probably.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
no other town does it. So
Huh?
no other town really does it. So
Not around here, at
No.
least. I mean, you have New London Day that does like the game of the week. You got WINY in Putnam, who they're just doing radio. They're not doing.
yeah, they're not streaming it. Right?
They're not doing
Yeah.
video. I don't think they are.
Yeah, I don't know many towns
I
that do
haven't
it
seen
all.
anything.
Yeah.
Right. So, Grizzle High School, has GSPN, that Kyle Gunderman has put together. We're trying to work together with Kyle. We'll see how that works out. But we're certainly looking forward to that happening. But because there's just a lot of things we want to do.
Yeah.
Then like we're all going to do the away broadcasts,
Okay.
to keep everything going. But if we don't, if there's,
Listen, it costs.
I don't want people to be upset if we don't do a certain game or games because
Yeah,
there's no support for it.
there's expenditure.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
We're not your typical radio station, we're more of a media company more than anything.
Yeah.
So
I don't know that.
and I love doing them. I love doing them.
Yeah. I was trying to tell you, if people are doing something for free, you can't expect it's.
I'm gonna tell you, when we first started doing it, we'd get a lot of side eye. Before we were streaming, we were just doing radio. We'd get some side eye from the kids, like, oh, Jesus.
Really?
It's like, oh, Jesus, it's Wolverine radio.
Huh.
What are they doing here? And that's gone from, I didn't think they'd come up here, like say Turtle Lot Memorial High School.
Oh yeah.
Or, they just different things.
Mhm.
And now we pull up in the truck and the kids are like, hey, it's SNSN. I'm like, and it makes me very happy.
Sure.
And not from an egotistical standpoint.
Well, if you recognize, you should be happy.
No, I'm happy because the kids are excited that their games are going to be streamed
Oh, yeah.
and put out there and they can review it over and over and over again. One business owner told me a couple of days ago through text messaging, said to me right now, I watched all 3 football games from the week before 3 times.
Wow.
So there you go.
Was he running a football draft? Was he?
No, it's just,
That's cool. That's something you should be proud of. It's
fun.
Mhm.
To me, it's fun.
But again, people can't always expect it for free.
Yeah, but I moved past that thing right there. It's just if we don't have the support, we can't do it.
Yeah.
But don't text me and ask me why.
Well, that's right. I think it's important that people understand it costs something to do something. It's
I still have expenditures. I still
Yeah.
have to pay people to be there.
you do it so many times for free. You're actually taking money or food off your table. It's not. That's all.
Yeah.
It's really that simple. It's really,
Yeah.
and people forget that because they just come to expect it because it's been done.
So
Just like the rest of the town.
yeah. So my little TikTok show that I do at
Yeah.
night, my little side hustle, right? It's actually a subscription. We have 135,000 fans on our TikTok page, and people look at it and they freak out because how can this cringy middle-aged guy here in Jewett City have a TikTok page? It's really sizable.
Mhm.
But we have a subscription that gives a list of benefits for VIP members, right?
Oh,
So, and it's kind of what I said earlier
Mhm.
about somebody said, well, Facebook is free. Somebody said to me on TikTok like just a couple of nights ago, well, TikTok is free. And I went, yep, it is. I
Mhm.
said, but I'm not.
That's
And I
cool.
said, they said, well, I don't need to pay for a subscription. I said, no, you don't.
Yeah.
But you won't get any of these benefits.
Mhm.
What? I mean, I can't request a song? No, that's for our subscribers only.
Mhm.
Huh. Well, I shouldn't have to pay. I said, why? Why shouldn't you have to pay? What entitles you to that?
Yeah.
You know, and this is what I think. I think some people think, well, Mike's just going to do it. So we'll just tell him no.
Oh, and then he will. Yeah.
and then
yeah.
turn it on. Oh,
Yeah.
it's not there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I think it
We all make decisions.
goes like my CME classes I did.
Oh yeah, well, no. The last line for this guy, I said, you know what?
yeah.
I said, I know you're right. You don't have to pay, and that's fine. But you know what? Honestly, I said, I can't go to the store and say I'd like to pay for this loaf of bread because TikTok is free.
Yeah.
So,
Like I was saying, my CME classes that I do, I've had people, well, can I just join the class?
Yep.
Like, yeah, by all means, join the class. Will I get a certificate? I go, no. Like, well, why not? So I don't mind giving you information for free because I do it for one, everybody else, whatever.
yeah.
Everybody else can hear it, whatever. But you're not getting the credit for it for the state.
Yep.
Unless you pay for it. Because everybody else pays for it. And it takes me, for every hour of class you teach, it takes
It's not
like
about paying
6
for it.
hours.
It's about paying for your service.
Well, that's what I was just
that
saying.
You are providing them for their own progression.
Right. And I said, for every hour of class that is taught, it's like 6 hours of preparation.
Yeah.
So that's what you're paying for.
That's another thing too. Like
Yeah.
what we do, there's a lot of prep that goes
Yeah.
into this.
So
It's
that's
not just we
also-
just show up.
So that's also what you're paying for. So
It's
not-
Peggy from Utah. Peggy, you should have been here yesterday. I went off like a lit brick, man.
Mm-hmm. It was interesting.
Huh?
It was interesting.
It was. It was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Peggy, breathe. Breathe, kid. Breathe.
Was
Well,
she
I'm gonna
getting
tell you.
upset?
No. I just, she's got some things coming up.
Oh.
She's got some things coming up that are very exciting.
Really?
Yeah. So good. Kathy just says, and then I have to proofread everything you do.
That's true. So she got to pay for her time too.
Yeah, I guess that's what our show is about today, is that, not necessarily about me or you.
Oh,
It's about people out there, that expect or feel that services should be free
right.
or whatever until they're not.
Right.
And when they're not and they don't get what they want,
Mhm.
what happens?
It's their fault. It's everybody else's fault.
They get mad.
Yeah.
They get mad. That's
Mhm.
exactly what happened. You should see my text messages
Yeah.
from the weekend.
Oh.
Why aren't you here? Yeah, not even hi, Mike.
Yeah.
Why aren't you here?
Yeah.
And from people I don't even really know.
Or, Mike, hope you're okay. You're not here. Are you okay?
I don't even
There's
expect,
something wrong.
I don't even expect people to do that. I just, it's like, why are you not here?
Mhm.
You should be here.
Well, my first thought is, oh, you're not here. Are you okay? Is there something wrong? You're normally here. Is something wrong?
Yeah.
Be a little caring too. There's a,
Mm.
it's not
But
just.
that's just you.
No, I know,
You
but people aren't
That's just your
yeah,
demeanor.
yeah,
Sarah goes, we got to figure out the casino formula. We give you $5 free slot play and you get excited to lose another 100. It's like bus trips, They go in, we give you or you get like 15 one free blackjack bet or something like that. And then you parlay into that to losing your house. Oh God, gambling.
There you go.
I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I can't.
You shouldn't.
I can't. And I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, we'll go to like the outlets at Foxwoods and, you get the slots, the lights, bing, 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 everything
what
going
they're-
on. I'm like, oh my God, it's so exciting.
That's what they're designed to do.
Right. And all of a sudden I don't even walk. I levitate
Mm-hmm.
and float right on over. And Melissa goes, get back here.
Got that rope on you?
Pretty much,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Pull you back in.
"Oh, I know you're right. I
Mhm.
know. I think I can. I know I can.
Do they have a gambling
And
coin?
then right into the outlets I go.
They
And
have
then I forget about it and I get a Cinnabon and all
Do they have a
is good.
gambling coin for every year or whatever?
No, you know what? My mother told me one time, she goes, I was like 25, 26. And she said, I'm really worried about your gambling.
Mhm.
I mean, I was going to Foxwoods 2 times a day.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a
You know, and before it was just bingo with mom and
Mhm.
stuff like that. But then it turned into
slots.
no, well, they didn't even
Card
have the slots
games?
yet. They didn't even have the slots yet.
Really? I thought those were first.
Oh, blackjack and craps.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh no, slots came much later.
Oh, oh,
They came much later,
okay.
and I got hooked. And I can honestly tell you, I had a gambling problem,
Mhm.
and I had to. I told my mom. I said, you know what? I said, I'll know when I've had enough. I didn't know if I believed that at that time, but that's exactly what went down.
Well, it's the same as any
Yes,
other
I-
addiction. You know, when you've had enough,
No.
you
Not always. Not
well,
always.
one way or the other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Either way, there's a finality to
yeah.
it.
One. Yeah.
So I did. I mean, I was keeping a logbook,
Mhm.
you know, gains and losses and how much I was taking out of the ATM, and
Wow.
even so much how much if I was paying a fee at
Mhm.
the ATM. Oh yeah, everything.
Wow.
And when I was done, it was like one of those little blue ledger.
Yeah.
I think it was down like $100 when I finally realized I can't do this anymore.
It's not
I
bad.
was very
You got lucky. Yeah, to say $100. That's nothing compared to some people. My grandparents used to lose their whole Social Security check.
dude. I would go there, and sometimes I would literally, I mean, I'd take out, you know, like $2,000, but that was the most you could take out of the ATM. So what do you think I did then?
Borrow.
Took
Credit.
my
Yeah.
credit card and went over to the cage, take money out that way.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me the heebie-jeebies just thinking about
Yeah.
the stupid things that
Actually,
I did.
my
but I did it.
my father and his siblings they had to take my parents' money and start like
Yeah.
handling their finances because they would take their whole retirement and Social Security checks and everything, go right to the casino, lose it all, and then they have
Yeah.
nothing for the rest of the week or month, whatever.
Month,
Yeah.
But I didn't get that far. Well, I was lucky. I could have very easily, you know, like taken, you know, like $3,000 out, you know, off of a credit card, you know. Which,
Yeah, kind of surprised you didn't because a lot of people do that.
Well, no, I did.
Oh, you did do that.
I did.
Okay.
And then I would go, but I wouldn't lose it. I mean, it was
Okay.
just lucky.
Yeah.
I'd go to like
Or skilled.
well, I knew how to play blackjack. I
Yeah.
still do, but you know, or the book way, the correct way, or
Mhm.
do you split aces against a 6?
Yeah, I don't even know. What
I
you're
split
saying.
aces all day long, man, no matter
Yeah.
what is up there. So, but I would sometimes I'd win. Sometimes I'd go in with a couple $100 and I'd come back with $2,000.
Wow.
Next day I'd go with the $2,000, come back with a couple $100.
Hmm.
You don't really ever get ahead.
Well, it's interesting. I was wondering that because people that bought my parents' house in Montville, the one lady actually, she said she was a professional gambler. And like, how do you be a professional? Eventually, that's always.
I knew people that did.
Yeah, I mean that seems to be like always a crapshoot though. Like, like
I see what you did there.
yeah,
Crapshoot.
yeah.
I just had to stop.
Mhm.
And I mean, I was in the high roller rooms. I was betting the big orange chip.
Wow.
1,000.
Mm.
You know, and you'd win, you lose, you'd win, you lose, you'd win, you lose. You know, it was. How did we get onto this?
Same way we do everything else.
I don't have a problem talking about it because it was a part of my life, and I understand it.
Mhm.
You know, and I understand, you know, what could have happened and how lucky I am that it didn't.
Yeah.
That somehow, by the grace of God, that I recognized it.
Mhm.
You know, and I think it actually took my mother, rest her soul, that said to me, "I'm really worried about your gambling."
Well, it seems like that's what did it.
And my mother never said anything like that to me. She pretty much let me live my life. She told me when I was when she felt I was doing something wrong or I shouldn't be doing this, right, and that was fine. It was the only time she ever said anything to me about something that she was really worried about. So I took that to heart.
Good.
And I'll never forget that conversation. So, yeah.
You're lucky.
And after, I'm damn lucky.
Yeah.
This scenario in the multiverse somewhere, I'm panhandling.
Yeah.
Because I lost everything.
I've seen people that have lost their whole families, houses, killed themselves because of it.
Yeah.
It's
a horrible thing.
Yeah.
And there's more to the story and everything, but
that's fine.
But coming home and it wasn't even drinking. I would Saturday night I DJ in a club, right? Friday and Saturday night DJ in a club. Done there. Hey, let's go down to the casino. Come home 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning.
I can't even think about doing that. Yeah.
Well, I'm in my mid-20s,
Well, even then, I worked there, but it's. I've seen people do it. I've seen people, fight in the casino with their brothers, and they take hundreds of dollars of bills and just tear it up and throw it in their faces.
I've seen.
I'll take it.
I've seen people sitting at a poker table, and they will pee themselves because they don't get up during a hand.
That was common all the time. Yeah. Yep.
And
crap themselves.
The hell is that? Yes.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't get up.
Yeah. Seen dealers that would have to go change their clothes because they were peed on.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But that's a gambling problem.
Yeah.
Did I do that? No, I didn't do any of that. But I was there always. When the floor supervisor and the pit boss knows your name,
that's a problem.
Hey, Mike, go take a break. Let me give you a breakfast.
Yeah.
Go to the buffet. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that.
Seeing it's kind of funny, but it's not really. That's my own sick humor, kind of. But we had this one guy, it was a woman, gambling so much and not paying attention to her husband, who she was pushing around in a wheelchair. Didn't realize he had been dead for hours.
Oh my God!
In the wheelchair. Yep.
I could see that happening.
Yeah. It happened more than once.
There's a reason why that there's no clocks in a casino
or windows.
They
actually push oxygen in there too.
Oh, I'm sure. That's why the floor is like the carpets. They're very, very busy. The ceilings usually have maybe artwork or mirrors or whatever, but it's very, very busy. Why? So you can look. You have to look straight ahead.
Yeah, and they actually pump oxygen in there to keep people
alive and awake.
Oh yeah, pumped up. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Well, we had some interesting conversations today, huh? Talking about, we went from youth sports to gambling issues. This is the Seinfeld of radio, kids.
That's it. Keeps it interesting.
Just keep going.
That's why you asked me. Anything to talk about? We can start with what you talked yesterday. We'll go from there.
Do we do that every day?
Yeah.
We'll be outside before you come in. What do you want to talk about today?
Wow.
We'll both kind of look around, look at social media, look at the news. Like, all right. And then we talk about something totally different. Whatever. But the bottom line is we like talking about this stuff because we like talking to you, and we want you to participate, in which a lot of you do. And you say good things, you say sometimes negative things that we need to hear, and that's okay, because we do this really to get the input for you, because hopefully as a community we can hodgepodge ideas together. To make it a better living experience in Eastern Connecticut for all of us.
I say learn too.
So that's what I say.
Giddy up.
And we get participation trophies.
Giddy up. Yeah. I want mine.
All right. Have a good day, everyone. Tomorrow we have first selectman Kevin Cunningham coming in.
Oh, nice.
He'll be in with myself and Paul Lash. But we certainly appreciate you coming in. And I appreciate you. Have a good day, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Don't just wish for a winning deal, make it dish, it will make it real. Don't just wish, make it dish. Hey everyone,
This is Ellis Dish from Dish Motors. We're back better than ever with our new sales and service center on Route 32 in North Franklin. Everyone says there's nothing better than dealing with the dishes, and here's why. Selection. We have the area's largest inventory of off-lease, one-owner vehicles of all makes and models. You name it, we got it, or I'll get it for you at no additional charge. Quality. Each vehicle goes through a rigorous 120-point safety and quality check. Nothing leaves the lot without my personal approval. Convenience. We have financing sources from